Yes, lads, I'm back with another video. I've got a wee bit of a cold, so if I sound a bit spasticated, that's why. Emery's been sacked pretty much as I'm recording this, about half an hour. So I do go through the. I've got a list of Sky Bet odds for the next manager as of 11 o'clock on the 29th of November 2019, and I go through them and see the pros and the cons, and if I think they should be hired. So let's get into it. So first is going to be relatively quick on Freddie Ljungberg. Coming from a Forest fan, previous managers don't work. He's very inexperienced. Pros, obviously, he's a legend at the club, and he'd reunite the fans a bit if he was appointed. But personally, for me, his inexperience shovels him too far out the race for me. I'd hope he proves me wrong because I do quite like Freddie. But unfortunately, Freddie Ljungberg is a no from me. Second on the list is Nuno Espirito Santo, obviously rising through the ranks with Wolverhampton. Pros, obviously, he's won a few things. He's already in Europe. He's doing well in Europe with Wolves. Cons, obviously, again, same with Freddie. He's inexperienced at this a level such as Arsenal. He's not had the Champions League experience and co. He has obviously got the connections to Portugal and things like that. Obviously, the super agents over there. But personally, for me, it's going to be a. If the likes of the next few that I'm going to read out say no, I say Espirito, but he shouldn't be a first option for me. Third is Carlo Ancelotti, ridiculous manager, who is obviously a manager that has won the Prem in 2010 with Chelsea, won the FA Cup in the same year. He's been the world's best coach 2 times. He's won 3 Champions Leagues. He's a German champion, French champion, and obviously a Community Shield winner. Along with a lot of other stuff like the FIFA Club World Cup and the German Super Cup and all this. But he's a ridiculously good manager. And again, it's like I said with Mourinho, he wins. He's a 3 times runner-up in the Champions League, 3 times winner in the Champions League. I mean, he's a good manager, and that's a statement from Arsenal if they go out and get Ancelotti. If they go out and say Ancelotti's our new manager, that's a massive statement to the top 6, because that's a massive manager to bring in. Now, his pros are obviously his record and his history. The only slight thing is he's not won anything in a hot minute. Apart from German, it's shit with Bayern, but that's... I mean, I could have won some of the shit he won in Germany with Bayern. But he hasn't won a Champions League for, 6 years, 7 years. And he's not obviously been in the Premier League for a very long time. But... the pros are his experience. It's a massive statement. He attracts good players because he's a very good coach. He just brings a club together. He's sort of... Arsenal fans need a statement from Kroenke, really, to go out and get a top-class manager who's proven in the world. He's only 60 years old only, but he's 60 years old. He's currently, obviously, at Napoli, I believe. But if they go and cherry-pick him there, I think they do genuinely make a massive statement to the rest of the league. Next on the list is... the man that I've spoken about a bit before, it's Mauricio Pochettino. Pros are of what he's done at Tottenham. Ridiculous things that he's done at Tottenham, obviously. But not to win a trophy necessarily, but, to not sign anyone, get to a Champions League final, to develop some of the players like he has, is quite impressive. But I think the massive con that's going to make it a no for me is Tottenham. He's 5 years at that club. He's so attached to it. It'll be a bold statement and it'd be a controversial one, but I can't see it happening because I don't think his heart will be fully in it. Next is Arteta. Pros, he's been at the club. He knows the club, knows the owners. Cons are he's worked at City, which is also a pro because he's been under Guardiola, which don't get me wrong, is a massive pro, but I can't see it working personally. It's because the lack of experience similar to the other candidates, really. Next in the list is Massimiliano Allegri, who is 7-2 with Sky Bet. Again, another statement if they give Allegri the job. It's one of those high sort of profile, so let's say, managerial appointments. Italian, born in Livorno in Italy. 6-time Italian champion. He's won the cup a few times, 4 times to be exact. And he just wins. That's something Arsenal do need. As I said, with Tottenham, they need trophies to maintain what they were. But he's a manager that sort of built up Sassuolo from, got his big break at, the likes of Milan, Milan and Juve. But it's another statement going out and get a top manager, and hopefully win. So it's going to be a yes for me for Allegri. Next is Benitez. Benitez is on God knows how much in China. He's only been there a few months. He won't come. Would I sign him? No. I don't think he's as good as some of the other candidates. So it's a no for Benitez purely because I don't believe he'd come because of the money he's on, and he's only been in China for a few months, and he wouldn't. I don't think he'd do as well as an Allegri or a Poch. Is Eddie Howe, which is an interesting one because obviously it's the same as Nuno, similarly kind of thing. He does things a bit differently, obviously Bournemouth, and I think what he's done at Bournemouth, don't get me wrong, is absolutely incredible to see what he's breezed through some of the leagues. Obviously he joined Bournemouth in 2007 and he's still there now. But again, he's not necessarily won anything high up, obviously he's not won a Premier League or anything like that, but he has shown he can get the best out of players that potentially aren't the best players. There's a whole mentality around Bournemouth of just a sort of the team's a family. It's sort of a group effort going towards it. Would I hire him? Yes, because I think he's a manager that needs a break into that, and he's earned a break. I think Howe has dragged the team through the leagues, and I think he deserves his shot, and I think this could be a shot. Also coming in at 16-1 is Vieira, another one that I wouldn't hire purely because of inexperience at the level. I know Arsenal fans would love it, because he's such a good player for Arsenal and other clubs, but I don't think you can take the risk, especially if you're trying to push for top four like they apparently want. It's a no for Vieira for me. Next is Brendan Rodgers, who I don't think would leave because he's at one of the most exciting clubs in world football at the minute, in my opinion, Leicester. Incredible manager. I said this when he was at Celtic, and I said it again now. Very, very good manager, getting the best out of players. Similar to Eddie Howe, gets the best out of any player that buys into his system. He's got Leicester playing very well at the minute. I would hire Rodgers, but I don't think he'd leave. It's a yes for Arsenal's perspective, but I don't think he'd leave. It's Diego Simeone. No, I don't think he'd leave, but it'd be one of the best appointments in world football for a very long time. A manager that I really, really like, and I think he's just a fantastic manager, Simeone. What he's done at Atletico, built sort of a culture around the club, and they're doing very well. So Simeone would obviously be a yes. There aren't many cons there. Julian Nagelsmann would be my hot tip. If for Arsenal to go out and get someone, it would be this man. I think what this man has done at the clubs he's been at is nothing short of fantastic. Obviously, he's currently at Leipzig. He's only 32 years of age. What a manager. The culture he built at Hoffenheim, Kramaric was absolutely firing under him. But obviously, the only things that are going to play against him are his inexperience, his youth. Obviously, player power might, because it's a big thing in England, player power at the minute. Players in England sort of seem to feel a bit entitled, sort of thing. But I think Nagelsmann will be an absolute incredible appointment. But the last one I'm going to talk about is a manager that came in at 50-1, and he's actually still here at 50-1. He's on the level odds with Per Mertesacker. It's Sabri Lamucci. Now, Arsenal, if you come anywhere near Sabri Lamucci, Cronky, I tell you now, mate, I will cut your balls off and use them for stock in my soup, mate. But that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you agreed with my points. I don't really care if you didn't. Just let me know who you think should be the next Arsenal manager. Were they right to sack him? Leave a like because it really helps the video. Gets it higher in engagements and all that waffle. But yeah, if you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Sabri Lamucci's a Forest manager. Cronky, get the fuck off.